So the technical definition of it is a persistent type speech, language and communication need that cannot be explained by an obvious cause. We aren't very good yet at being consistent with this term. So you might hear all sorts of other things like speech and language disorder, language learning impairment. It's very confusing for parents, and it's also very confusing for other professionals. And certainly in 2016, all the bigwigs in the speech and language therapy profession got together and they said, look, let's just call it one thing. Let's call it developmental language disorder. Now, some people will say, well, why can't we just say it's delayed? But if you've got to the age of 5 and you're not showing any signs of catching up with your peers, as you would if it was just a stimulation difficulty. So, maybe nobody had spoken to you very much at home, so you hadn't been exposed to the language in the same way, you'll catch up. So they're delayed, but they're following typical developmental patterns. If you're not following a typical pattern, then the diagnostic manuals do call that disorder. Now, that's not my term, so don't shoot the messenger, because it's not a nice term, is it? Disorder. You don't want to feel that your child's disordered. All it means is they're not following a typical pattern of development. And again, we'll come back to that. So delay would be typical pattern, but later. Disorder is an atypical pattern.